to our book club, The Social Chapter. The book we're discussing today was labeled the most provocative page-turner of the year by critics. It is called Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. So Mel, why don't you give us a quick synopsis of the book?
I would be happy to, Malcy. So Kiley Reid's debut novel, actually, tells the story of a 25-year-old African-American college graduate named Amira who babysits for a wealthy white woman named Alix and her family. The story is told from the alternating perspectives of Amira and Alix and opens with Amira being falsely accused of kidnapping the little girl she's actually babysitting. The book explores the dynamic between a privileged mom, a young nanny, and the clash of values between the two.
So the title of this book, Such a Fun Age, got us thinking about our childhood, and sticking to the theme of nostalgia, we've chosen our favorite candy growing up.
Yay!
So we're gonna talk about that really quickly. What did you get?
I got jelly sugar nubs.
Okay, yes. Okay, totally remember those. Mel, what's yours?
Mine, I got remember those little tiny, tangy little candies?
Yes, yes.
I heard it in the audience, you're right.
Okay, remember these? These were these caramel cakes. I wasn't allowed these when I was growing up. Not allowed, so I would go with a friend and try to steal
I don't think
it.
I've had one. What's it? It's
Look at
This
this
is old
cake
school.
inside. Oh my gosh.
Right? So good. Anyway.
Okay. This
We're
is
intuitively eating right now.
fabulous. So there's so many references to wine in this book, so it was the perfect read to pair with Vintage Inc. whiskey barrel-aged dark red wine. Each bottle has a unique design by a Vancouver tattoo artist, which is very cool. And it's all about celebrating the freedom of self-expression, which is a theme in this book. It's rich with the flavors of juicy dark berries, plum, and fig, with hints of cocoa and baking spice.
It's really smells.
Really goes
Cheers.
well with this too.
It smells amazing.
Oh, cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, so Vogue
nice.
gave this book a shining review, saying this page turner goes down like comfort food, but there's no escaping the heartburn. I actually didn't get a chance to read this book because of my concussion. It was just hard to read. But I want to know, ladies, what you thought, okay? So you're going to give this a rating out of 5 and spend 20 seconds defending it. Everybody ready?
Yep. Yeah.
Sin,
Okay.
you're up first.
Okay, I gave this book a 3.5 out of 5, and here's why. It is a really provocative take on class and race, and it raises really interesting questions about ambition and the struggles for young women to become something. I will say I'm a teeny bit tired of reading books when this thought comes into my head. Oh, this is totally gonna be a Reese Witherspoon movie or television show, which is what I thought was this case. But then I found out that Lena Waithe is directing, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does with this book. Good read.
Yeah.
Lainey.
So I gave this book a 5 out of 5. This book uses a love triangle to explore all these nuanced themes of race and class. Anytime you have a love triangle, I'm hooked. But this love triangle is a little bit different, so you're gonna love that. This writer is brilliant. The dialogue is casual and real and relatable. I can't say enough about it. I'm so into this book, so much.
Love that. I gave this book a 3.75 out of 5. I don't know, just playing with numbers. So this book is so right now. It's got young love, race relations, social media and online life, power dynamics, caregiving drama, and socioeconomic tensions. Unlike Cynthia, I loved reading it knowing this is perfect on screen. In the end, I love that there was no real clean ending because life is, well, pretty messy.
Okay. Well, okay, sounds good. All right, so we know that this book is layered with so many themes, race and parenthood and forgiveness, social media, as we mentioned, relationships as well. So let's hone in on one, and that is the relationship between Amira and Kelly. Amira is a black woman, young black woman. Kelly is white.
It's a boy. He's her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend.
Yeah.
This is the relationship. So was it genuine? Did you feel that it was?
Well, I mean, the only thing, it's not a spoiler, but Kelly, as a white man, only dates black women. So it does bring up this whole other question of, like, what does that mean? And I thought that was interesting because I genuinely thought this is a pretty real and realistic relationship, but it does bring up questions that I've never thought of when I do see mixed or interracial couples. Having said that, I'm the product of an interracial marriage, and I think that more people should be doing this.
Here's the thing, though. Even though there was a purpose to this romance, to make it sing and to sell it, it has to be hot. So when you're reading it, you want these two people to get together. Their like romantic courtship is hot, right? And then later is when all the complicated things come in, and you have to deal with this fetishization, but also with how dating black women makes him feel. And he, as a white man, again, it
Does he
comes
feel
back to
empowered?
him.
Like, is it
It
power
makes him
thing?
feel like he is woke and he is superior.
Right.
Again, so it's a reflection on him. But at the beginning, it is sexy. Their courtship, they have the scene on the subway and their interaction. It's sexy. It's a rom-com at the beginning.
Yeah, but I think that's what was really impressive is that this author had, and this is her debut book. Like, let's just,
Yeah.
that is
Wow.
an incredible feat. But I like the way that there was no clear answer, no real clear bad guy, and Alex, the white woman who was the caregiver.
You mean Alix?
Alix, whatever she called herself. There was no real clear bad guy, but if she was, the author is raising all these interesting things about class, about race, and about not only fetishization potentially of race, but also fetishization of ambition and career.
Yeah.
Because this main character, she doesn't necessarily want to be in the rat race. She doesn't want to be this super ambitious person. She really enjoys looking after children. And so she's not only being challenged by the woman that she works for, but also her circle of friends, and on top of that, her boyfriend. So this book works on many different levels, and that's, I think, what makes it very interesting.
And there's a really good twist.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you mentioned, Sin, this book is being adapted for TV by Emmy Award winner Lena Waithe. Okay. So let's do our casting call now.
Oh, yeah.
And find out who you would cast to play Alix/Alex, Amira, and Amira's boyfriend Kelly. Okay. So Lane, you're up
Okay,
first.
so Alix is this woman who, okay, her name is Alex, and she decides to go by Alix, first of all. Also,
She's a little
so
extra.
I went with Blake Lively for Alix. Remember Blake Lively on her old website tried to sell style like antebellum times was a great time to decorate your house in. So, you know, when we're talking about race and complicated relationships, that would be a good one. And then I went with Kiki Lane. For Amira, and then Robert Pattinson as Kelly, the dude. Remember,
Like
it's
it.
a romance, and
Yeah.
Like it.
Yep.
Like it.
Okay, so given everything that Lainey just said, I really was quite irritated by Alix. Alex turned Alix. And I'm always irritated by Anne Hathaway, so... I'm sorry, I'm sure she's a lovely woman. Anne Hathaway, Keke Palmer, I just love her, and I think she would be a smashing Amira. And Macklemore for very obvious reasons.
Good casting. So for Alex or Alix, I chose Amber Heard because I think she's a complicated woman. Amira, I chose Natalie Emmanuel. She was from Game of Thrones. I think she needs to work more. She's an amazing actor, and I don't see her enough, so I want to see her in more things. And for Kelly, I chose Chris Hemsworth because he was hot.
Why not?
Why not?
Okay, it is time to reveal our next social chapter selection. I need a drum roll, please. Our next social chapter selection is Jessica Simpson's memoir, Open Book. Okay, this book continues to make headlines ever since the moment it was released. So the reality star reveals her most intimate struggles in the spotlight. She also dishes on some romances. Nick Lachey, you may remember, John Mayer, and more.
And everyone in our studio audience, get ready to read along with us. You're getting your own copy of Open Book. Make sure you open it and read it and share your thoughts with us about this book using the hashtag #TheSocialChapter. We'll be right back.